This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. It is Monday, December 7th. I'm Sam here with Al and Jeff. And Tori has the day off. We miss you, Tori. Hope you're having an okay day. Lindsay joining us from home. Now, this is a big day. Before we get into the news, I just want to congratulate Al because you are celebrating 1 year of sobriety.
Oh, where's my cake? No, hey, it's a good day. It's weird because like there's a tracker where you can see all the days, and I remember when it was at 10, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in double digits, and here we are a year later. So I feel
proud
good.
of you.
Thank
and you inspire so many of our viewers.
Hey,
we get people writing
you guys
in
keep
saying,
it going,
yeah,
man. It can be done. Trust me.
Amen. Okay, so let's get right to it. You probably already heard this. The president's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, tested positive for COVID. He says he's doing well, but it is reportedly, he's being reportedly treated at a hospital in Washington, D.C. And like many Americans, Rudy has been out and about, not wearing a mask. In fact, the Arizona legislator has had to shut down after Rudy met with several of their GOP members without wearing masks. He was also in Michigan at a hearing last week where this happened. Watch.
I don't want you to do this if you feel uncomfortable, but would you be comfortable taking your mask off so that people could hear you more clearly?
Can you hear me now?
Can everyone hear it clearly?
We can hear it. We can hear you.
Okay.
Meantime, the coronavirus pandemic, it is hitting new highs with more than 1.3 million new cases last week alone. That's about 129 Americans testing positive every minute. But a lot of people are worried. Is America's COVID fatigue outweighing how serious things really are out there? In fact, I believe 12% of hospital beds are now occupied, meaning 12% up than last week. Most of them almost occupied at full capacity. Al, what would you say to anybody out there that's getting COVID fatigue and quarantine fatigue?
You could be Rudy. I mean, we know people. I think, Jeff and Sam, I think a lot of the problem with COVID is it hits everybody differently. When we see movies about pandemics, I talk to you, you grab your throat, your eyes start watering, you drop dead, and everybody's like, well, that's a pandemic. We don't have those symptoms with COVID. Some people don't have any symptoms. Some people are long haulers where they just have fatigue, and some people pass away within 4 days of getting the diagnosis. And I think because it's not the same for everybody, everybody assumes that they'll just be kind of like Trump. President Trump, they'll get the disease, they'll get the virus, and they'll get treated, and they'll move on with their life and say, see, it was no big deal.
Yeah, and listen, I'm not taking the other side, but people are like, 1% of people this really affects, maybe a casualty of death. I can't live with myself if I have a 1% chance of killing my parents, killing my neighbor, killing someone I love. That 1% chance is enough for me to abide by the rules till we find a vaccine, right? I mean, we've said it on the show a million times, and our leaders don't help. Our leaders who don't follow this don't help the cause at all. But I think a vaccine's around the corner. I mean, I'm staying strong. My family's staying strong. We isolate ourselves. We do the proper things. And America's going to do what they want to do. It's sad. It disappoints me, actually.
Lindsay?
I think people have become numb to it because we just keep saying numbers like millions or 250,000. And so people can't tie it to anything if they don't know anybody who was affected. But because my whole family's from New York, there's no way that I would walk around with no mask. I don't understand if the simple ask is to wear a mask, why people are fighting with this one thing that may, like Jeff said, protect 1% of people that you might be around. Why not go out of your way and protect them? And I also think people need to understand that if you get COVID, it's not only like a death wish and that's it. There are people that I know that had COVID and now are still having issues like with feeling on one part of their leg or still not being able to taste and smell. And so these are things that could go on, and we don't have the data to show how long they can affect you. And so just with that in mind, even if you do get over the sickness like we've seen some officials and other people do, we don't know what the long-term effects still will be. And so you should just definitely be protecting yourself.
Amen. And listen, to those of you that don't believe in it, better safe than sorry, right? I mean, look at the individuals that have preached, I'm not going to wear a mask, I'm not going to social distance, I'm going to go travel, I'm going to go do all these things. And a lot of those leaders have ended up with COVID. So at the very least, if you have fatigue, if you're going to go out, if you're going to go meet up with people, please socially distance and please wear a mask. All right, we got to get through this. There are a couple other coronavirus headlines that caught our eyes. Up first, Hawaii is offering out-of-state remote workers free round-trip tickets to the island of Oahu. It's for people who are looking to move to the state. The new program is called Movers and Shakas, which is trying to bring back visitors to the islands, but you must agree to live there for at least 30 days. Next, the pandemic has been good business for fortune tellers. Also, psychics. The New York Times reports increased traffic for psychic consultations. Apparently, people are looking for answers when there's so much uncertainty. Does that surprise you, Lindsay? What do you think of these stories?
Let me tell you, over quarantine, my friends and I have done 2 virtual tarot sessions already. That's how we've been getting together. Really? So I know this is ridiculous, but we want to know like what's going on, what to expect. And then there's like, you can read your horoscope, obviously, but every horoscope I've been reading is like, oh, wear a mask, things are going to get crazy. Like, okay, no, duh. Like, right. So, you know, it's kind of like a toss-up on how much I believe.
Lindsay, what do your healing crystals say about this? You're big healer. Every time I walk past your desk, I feel like I'm in a diamond mine.
Healing crystals do not tell you the future. They're supposed to be from the earth and give you whatever energy that crystal has, okay? So when I see you again, actually, I'm buying you like a 20-pack for Christmas.
Put it on a necklace. Maybe
or
that'll
don't.
Help you.
That's also an option to just carry on like an adult, Jeff. You know,
you would never in a million years, if you were having a really hard time and you were plagued with uncertainty, you would never consult with a psychic.
No, I don't believe that people have superpowers like Professor X from the X-Men. I think everybody is just trying to figure things out.
But what if there is an individual out there that can't look at chameleons, right? Like I saw the most crazy video the other day where a chameleon is climbing like 10 colored pencils, and every time it hits a new colored pencil, the whole body turns red, then immediately blue, then orange. That's a superpower.
Jeff, will you tell our viewers that we do drug test here at DBL? Sam, you sound like you're in crazy town and you're the mayor.
Have you ever seen a chameleon, the lizard?
Yes.
Okay, have you ever seen it change color?
Yes.
Is that not like a superpower? If you never knew they existed.
It's an evolutionary trait because the ones that couldn't do that were killed off and were not able to reproduce.
That's a good answer.
Okay.
That's a really good answer.
You would give that so specific answer. Come on, don't pop the bubble.
That's a good one.
What color did it change when it went on Lindsay's healing crystal? What color is that? Orange?
It was multicolored, fool.
All right, before we go to break, we've got some crazy video out of Russia. A firework factory caught on fire, and as you can see, it sets off a spectacular display of fireworks, but at least for a little bit, because then what happened was you can see that the entire building is then engulfed in flames. Over 400 firefighters were needed to put out the fire. So apparently what happened, Jeff, was there was a fire at a nearby market. It ended up going to this factory that had all these fireworks that were supposed to be used for New Year's Eve.
Okay, so that's what's going on.
Yes.
There should be like a whole award ceremony due to the great videos we get out of Russia. Every awesome and amazing video is either from Florida or from Russia. The craziest videos of all time.
What other one from Russia? What other one from Russia?
Did you ever see cars out of control on ice and people nearly getting killed by a car?
I've seen those, yes.
All the time.
I watch those videos.
That's always Russia.
Those videos out?
People jumping off of roofs and 20 stories high into snow. Those are people in Russia.
Whoa, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. Good. Thanks, Russia.
Yes. And thank you, chameleons.
Okay. I can't.
What if a chameleon was on the roof there? What color would it be?
What color would the chameleon have been?
It would be multicolored because there was a multicolor of fireworks.
I knew you didn't have anything
Bring
else to
it home,
say,
Sam.
and I was going to leave her there, Lindsay, and let her finish that sentence because Sam was done 3 words in.
Okay. But I committed.
You committed.
80%,
I love you.
80%. All right, Lindsay, stick around. Coming up on DBL. Were a dying veteran's cries for help denied? The footage that could make or break the case against nursing home employees. That is in True Crime Chronicles. And a teen boy was suspended for wearing nail polish at school. He called it homophobic and sexist. But what's the school side of the story? That's coming up next.
See yourself.
Welcome back to the mirror.
And know you're not alone, because this is not just a mirror. It's an unstoppable community.
Come on, Jesse, one more.
It's a race across time zones.
Come on, you two. Let's go.
A gift for the whole family. So join in now and see your best self in the mirror.
18-year-old Trevor Wilkinson is an openly gay male. He was suspended from his school for wearing nail polish, which violates the school's dress code. Here's what Wilkinson explained to ABC News about his decision.
To remove discrimination, sexism, homophobia, racism in small towns that feel like they can enforce a dress code or rules that completely go against how people feel and completely go against freedom of expression. The fact that I'm even painting my nails right now means so much to me, and it shows my growth. I would not change who I am for the world, and I'm learning to fully love myself and be comfortable in my own skin and sexuality, and I think that is an amazing thing.
So the high school in West Texas says that men are prohibited from wearing makeup and nail polish, and a school administrator said the student was allowed to fix the problem, but was assigned in-school suspension after he refused to remove the nail polish. Meantime, Wilkinson has started the Change.org petition, which, by the way, has nearly 70,000 signatures as of right now. He hopes it encourages the school to change its policy. So, gotta hear from you, DBL Nation. The question is this a doable standard? Should boys be allowed to wear nail polish at school? I did make sure, I wanted a double standard rather, sorry about that. I did look into, Jeff, to see if it had any sort of limitations when it came to girls' makeup or girls' nail polish or hairstyles, and there did not, from what I saw, there did not seem to be any sort of rules against the girls, only the boys. So what would you say to that?
Well, here's the thing. So we do these stories a lot about the LGBTQ community or trans, and we don't have anybody to represent that on this panel, right? And I'm going to say, and you're going to say, and you're going to say, and Lindsay's going to say, this is a good thing, right? Let him do what he wants. Let him express himself. I want to start dipping into the other side. Why don't people like this? What is the problem with this? This is a public school, not a private school. But my question to you guys is there anything in this, take gender out of it, just about following the rules? Should we stick to following the rules, or should we always be trying to break through that glass ceiling, trying to take one more step towards freedom and there is no more rules?
I'm glad you brought that up, Jeff.
I want to have a conversation, because instead of us going around the horn and just saying, this is great for everybody, not a lot of people out there think this is great for everybody.
Right.
There are some people.
Dude, I appreciate you saying that, because I think the word that you brought in is rules and why they're there. There are certain rules that are there for a reason. Hey, everybody needs to be seated at 8 o'clock. I don't want you to cut class because of this. There are some rules that exist for reasons. There are other rules that are aesthetic that exist because they've always existed. And that's the question that we're always going to have to answer as we move forward as a generation. What about a young lady that wants to have a pink hair? What if he wants to have regular fingernails but a lime green mohawk? Can he do that?
Right.
is that a distraction? If their teacher's saying that this is a distraction.
No, this is blatant, in my opinion.
I'm talking about the hair, but I don't think the nails would be. So I think that's an aesthetic thing that the adults don't like. So Sam, what do you think? Because I feel like there's a rule that doesn't need to exist.
This is a really small town, Lindsay, and I think that this is something that challenges their ideas against, I'm sure, their religion, about their beliefs. So for them, I mean, this is complete discrimination in my book, Lindsay, and I think there's a good kind of trouble. If this were my son, I would applaud him, because these are the type of rules that should be broken, in my opinion, in order to progress forward.
I just think these rules are kind of ridiculous. This is something I had to deal with when I was growing up in school. It was like you can't wear a hat, so I would get in-school suspension, or because, as we saw the story with the swimmer who had a different body shape than her white counterparts, she was suspended from the race because of how she's shaped and how her bodysuit fit her. And I think that that's constantly something that people have to deal with, where there's these overall rules that don't apply to people who look different or feel different. And I think if you're going to make rules, just make it an across-the-board rule, or something that has to fit for everybody. And if it doesn't, it's not. To me, it's not okay.
Right, or adjust it, right? We'll be right back.
Could someone...
Welcome back to DBL. A dying veteran's plea for help went viral when it was all caught on camera. You will not believe how his nurses allegedly reacted and why they're trying to throw a piece of evidence out the window. Here's DBL's True Crime Chronicles.
James Dempsey was an 89-year-old World War II Navy veteran. In 2014, he was experiencing liver problems, so his family brought him to an Atlanta area rehab center for treatment. Nervous to stay alone overnight, his family put him at ease by installing a hidden camera in his alarm clock. Little did his family know that small decision would have a huge impact. Caught on camera, James begging for the nurse's help. He called for help 6 times until a nurse finally responded. She ignored his request and is heard laughing. When James's family saw the footage,
they watched with sheer horror.
Horror that 3 different nurses failed to help him. James became unresponsive and died.